What if we told you one of Disney's most unexpected sequels, yes, the one with the sea monster and all the tentacles, just got crowned as one of the best movies of the entire 21st century? Believe it or not, a $4.5 billion franchise just got a serious bump in street cred, and it's all thanks to actress Samara Weaving. The star of Ready or Not and The Babysitter just shook up the film world by declaring Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, one of the greatest movies of this century. Yeah, you heard that right. Not the original, not a sleeper indie, not an Oscar darling, but the second installment of a Disney blockbuster, one that critics absolutely roasted when it first hit theaters. Now, before you raise your eyebrows into orbit, let's dive into how this all went down. The New York Times recently pulled together an ambitious list of the 100 best films of the 21st century. To do it, they reached out to the movers and shakers of Hollywood. Actors, directors, producers, you name it. Among them was Samara Weaving, who offered up her personal picks. Her list? A blend of critical heavy hitters like 1917, No Country for Old Men, and The Social Network. But then, she dropped the anchor with a wild card pick that turned heads. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. And here's the wild part. She was the only person to name it. Critics back in 2006 weren't exactly kind to this pirate adventure. The Rotten Tomatoes score, a modest 53%. Compared to the high praise the original film got, that's a serious nosedive. But Weaving wasn't swayed by the critics, and honestly, maybe we've all been sleeping on this one. Because let's get real for a second. Numbers don't lie. This movie made over $1 billion. Not million, billion. That's not just success. That's a cultural phenomenon. While the original movie introduced the world to Jack Sparrow, it was Dead Man's Chest that expanded that universe. It built the franchise. It gave us bigger set pieces, deeper lore, and one of the most iconic villains in blockbuster history, Davy Jones. Now, think back. Remember seeing Davy Jones for the first time? Those squid-like tendrils, the barnacle-encrusted face, the haunting voice, that wasn't just movie magic. It was cutting-edge CGI that still holds up nearly 20 years later. The visuals were so ahead of their time, they helped change what Hollywood thought was possible with visual effects. And then there's the world building. Dead Man's Chest took us beyond the original's Caribbean playground and launched us into a mythic, fantastical world of cursed hearts, krakens, and betrayals. It wasn't just a popcorn movie anymore. It was building lore, stacking narratives, and setting up the kind of storytelling that today's franchises thrive on. Samara Weaving clearly saw something the rest of Hollywood didn't. Her picks weren't just Oscar bait. Alongside highbrow films like Dogtooth and Boiling Point, she had Superbad on her list too. That's what makes her selection so powerful. She isn't playing the critics' game. She's calling out the films that stuck with her, the ones that left a mark. And that's what Dead Man's Chest did for so many of us. It's one of those rare sequels that actually mattered. It didn't just coast on the success of its predecessor. It carved out its own legacy. It turned Captain Jack from a quirky one-off character into a pop culture legend. It introduced a villain who was terrifying, tragic, and fascinating all at once. And it showed audiences that a theme park ride could be transformed into cinematic gold. Let's not forget the ripple effect it had on Hollywood. Studios started thinking differently about franchise potential after this film. Suddenly, building a cinematic universe wasn't just for comic books. Pirates of the Caribbean proved that even something as niche as a theme park attraction could spawn a billion-dollar empire. And the fans? They were all in. From cosplay to fan fiction to theme park expansions, the Pirates world became a fandom of its own. Dead Man's Chest wasn't just a movie. It was a moment. So while the critics might have scoffed, and while other films got the shiny awards, there's no denying the cultural gravity of this one. Samara Weaving's pick might have been surprising, but it's the kind of surprise that makes you step back and think, wait a minute, maybe she's right. Maybe we've spent too long judging movies by their Rotten Tomatoes scores and not enough time appreciating the impact they've had. Maybe the best movie of the century isn't the most polished or the most critically adored. Maybe it's the one that lit our imaginations on fire. So here's to Dead Man's Chest, flaws and all, tentacles and all. It's bold, it's bombastic, and according to at least one Hollywood star, it belongs in the conversation of greatness. What do you think? Is Samara Weaving onto something? Or is this a cinematic mutiny you just can't get behind? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more hot takes, Hollywood surprises, and deep dives into the stories you care about. Because sometimes, the best movies are the ones that dared to be different.